So some parts came from my Bobcat. They're the tapered pin. I've got another side tapered pin and the bolt. And there's the tilt cylinder, that's the top pin, because the other one was worn out. I'll show you the other one a bit later. The bench is a mess, so you got to bear with it. But there's the old pin. It's going to be hard to see the wear on it, but there's heaps of wear. If I can grab, I did open one already, that one. There's a new tapered pin, and there's the old one. You can see how the old one has only been running on this outer edge here, and in here it's that. I wonder if I can put a straight edge up to it. Let's see, it's even too hard to see, but it's well worn out. I reckon there's about a couple mil worth of wear in here, so they're the new pins. And I've already got the bushes. There we are, my bushes in the freezer to shrink them down, and then hopefully they pop in nice and easy. Right, and then it also came with these. I'm not quite sure what these are for, and there's two different sizes. Like, I know there's two different size pins you can get, but I think these just go on there, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, we'll work that out later. And I do have to make new stoppers on here because the stops are gone. I'll probably just weld them on. I won't use the little bolts that are there. But so those pins are ready to go in, but before we do that, we're gonna quickly heat up the pins in here and see if we can get them out, because I don't want to, it's not this side, it's the other side where it's a bit flogged out in the end that we're going to put Loctite just to support the bearing, and I don't want to heat up that pin and then soften my Loctite here. So we'll get that done first before we press them in. So I've got the oxy set up there, and we're going to heat up these tubes to see if we can get this quick attach pin out. I've got the mash hammer there. We got this little bit of solid round that if it does move, we can belt it like that. I reckon these are going to be shit fight to get out, but let's see what happens. I reckon that moved. Should have a mask on too, because if it flicks out. Now, just do one at a time. get the grinder and just grind that smooth bit off. Keep it on. Watch your eyes. You got your glasses on, that's why I got them. Oh. The heat on that. How far down are we? Yep. You to put against it? Oh yeah. Break it off.
You'll have to watch your video to see that.
Did you video it though?
Oh, I don't know. You got it on, haven't you?
Yeah. Is that hot? Just over there. There we have it. It came out. While it's still hot, Dad suggested we punch these bushes in, so he's just getting them out the freezer and we'll quickly punch that in. We only damaged right there, which I'll be able to file that out. Cool. That was hard work getting that out. She was fighting to the end. Oh, look how easy that goes in. Yeah. That went in real easy. That was good.
Factory slop, you call that?
But you gotta allow for grease.
Yeah. You normally have it a bit tighter than that, but anyway, that's it.
Oh, it hit me. Look, it cut it. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, it's going. Flip it over.
Because it was burnt. going?
Yeah. Probably want to keep the heat on it.
I'll keep the rag in there for now. Stop the blood coming out.
Yeah, it should be right, eh? Relax. Oh, that's too big.
See? Keep hitting as much as you can for a minute.
Holy shit, did you see that?
Yeah,
It's getting real loose. That hit over there.
Yeah.
High velocity.
And that's because it's hard and it'll be even worse. Right. Right, flip it over and I'll cut the bottom off. Keep your hand up, just give it in.
Oh, it's getting hot. Uh-oh.
Right.
So what happened is when we were hitting that pin there, where I cut it with the grinder, there was a bit still left there, which is that bit there, if you can see. And what happened is it hit off and bloody split my leg open. So that's the pin what we hit out, and then we had to cut it to get it out if you didn't hear us. I'm really surprised we got these out, to be honest. Like, you can see how much rust is on there. There's the other one. Yeah, see, look how pinned over that end is. That's probably not going to last long. Not unless you fill it with Loctite. Yeah. Just make sure we haven't distorted it. Cool. So they're all done. Now we just got to do this last pin here. And I've got to order the new pins for in here. And then this can all go back together. So Dad got me some new pin material so we can machine up new pins. Bobcat wanted $130 for a single pin, so we're going to make one. We'll make two. Oh, that's not actually one piece, they've just welded that on. There you go. So we don't have a toilet roll, because you can squish it flat and mark the cut on it, and you slide it over and it marks the round for you. So now that we've got our pins cut, we're going to put this attachment plate onto the bucket, and then we can work out a length of how far this is actually meant to, I'll pull it out, of how far this is meant to poke out, because we cut the old original pins. We don't have a measurement, so I'll have to lift this on and we can get a length. Alright, that's it there. Now I wonder if I've got to hit that down. Yeah, it's got to go down heaps. It needs like 30 mil off it, I think.
Well, you can't take too much off. Well,
Because that's still got to clamp down.
Yeah.
So I wonder if I just cut it and then have it firm like that.
Cut it level with the bottom.
Yeah. Grab our pin. That mark is where that hole wants to be. So we've cut some 25 by 12 mil blocks like the factory ones, so we'll probably have to cut it back down here and weld it on. I've just got a bolt for now, and I'll put the roll pin in later once I've finished welding it, but that'll be good enough to check it. Have I got that the right way? Maybe I don't. That's the right way. okay, so I see the problem. Oh shit, I nearly got hit. Oh, and it broke me tack welds. Alright, so what was happening is, this is too big, so I'm going to have to grind that down, because it was hitting in that hole. Oh, hot, 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 hot. So now we're zeroed out, we'll just come up to here, click this button, and that's where we know we got to go to. We should have some satin black, there we go. I'll just let them dry for a good half hour and we'll put it on. Alright, so we're ready to put it all back together. I got me freshly painted pin put in. But firstly, I better put the roll pin in this. So just to double check, I'll make sure it goes that way. So I'll get this, and I've only got one roll pin, so I've got to get another one. But there we have it. Now see how I've stuck it. Oop. See how I've stuck it out like that? That actually runs in that groove in there, so it stops it from going too far up. So once I put it in, we'll set, if the roll pin needs to go in any further, we can just hit it in with a hammer. So it's got to go in further. Yeah, see how it stops it from going up? Cool. Alright. Now it won't come out. Jesus. Me paint job didn't last too long. Oh. But the reason I took it out is I want to put a heap of grease on it. So I've got some grease here. I'm gonna have to hit that roll pin back out. Alright. Double check it. Beautiful. And now our handle can go back on. Like that. Just put a bit of grease on the thread. There we have it. There you go. Is that right? Alright, it does work. It's just because it's hard, because this plate, the bucket isn't sitting all the way down on this plate, so once it's on the Bobcat, it'll be a lot easier. At least, yeah, because you can see it needs to go up at least another 10 mil, but Alright, and there is a grease nipple that goes in there, so we might put that in there now and grease her up. We can see our grease in the back there. I'll keep pumping it. I'm in the garage here, so it's quite dark. But cool. Oh, that one's all fixed. All I need to finish this one is that part, which is, I've already ordered it from Bobcat. It should be here by tomorrow, and then all these are done. So, and that took grease, so it shouldn't rust up again. I just got sent some parts from Bobcat. This is a replacement part for this spring mechanism. You can see it's actually meant to look like that, but it's snapped off here, and this has all been butchered. This pin was the one that was really seized, so let's put this back together. That actually came off a lot easier than I thought it was. So this one is actually a slightly different design than the new one. See, the old one's got like a big long shanked bolt, where the new one is actually machined all in one piece with a little bolt at the top. Now Bobcat said it was going to be different because apparently it's common to break here. So whether that's true or not, I don't know, because I've never broken one. But all right, we'll just hopefully it all bolts up the same though. I might put a little bit of grease in there just in case I ever got to take it off. There we have it, and I'll just make sure it moves, which it does. Alright, that's ready for assembly. Before we put it all back together, I have pinched the grease nipple out of this back pin here, and we'll quickly drill and tap it so we can grease up our pins. I'll just put some cutting paste on the bottom. Makes all the difference. There we go, all done. Grease on that thread. Just make sure it takes grease, if I can get it on. Alright, that's taking grease just fine. Alright, well they all work good and working how they should be. Now, price with these, like, when I bought this Bobcat, I was like, I sort of negotiated the guy down a little bit because these weren't working, and like I knew when I saw it, like these were going to be a hell of a time getting them out, which they were. But I thought, when I was looking at it, I thought only one was seized in, because one of these actually still opened up, but it was only pressing on the spring, the pin was still seized, so that kind of got me out there. But we managed to get them out, and they're all working now. But I only thought this would be like $150 to fix, like to get both sides done, but these are actually $300 for one side for all this mechanism, and I needed two of them, so $600 just in parts straight from Bobcat. So these parts, these actual studs that come out aren't the greatest, but I thought instead of replacing them, like, why fix what's not broken? So Dad got me some steel, which I think it was 30 bucks, and these couple of parts from Bobcat, all up I think it's roughly about $80, and it's I got two new pins and everything works how it should be, so I'm pretty happy with that. Now I'm gonna end the video there. I still waiting on a phone call about what size bushes they've got, and then I can machine this, and then this is all ready to go. Like it all takes grease, all the grease. I just got to order one more actually, grease fitting for back there, and besides that pin, it's all ready to go back on. So, but all right, in the next one we'll tackle this bush, and we got to fix that tilt cylinder, how it's leaking. So thanks for watching.